Hi everyone, it's Debbie. I'm back. I am a crocheter and I do all kinds of arts and craft things, but we mostly talk about crocheting and just life in general and what's going on this week, and see what all you guys have to say. Make sure you fill in the comments and make sure you hit subscribe and a thumbs up because that helps me. And I'm going to show you what I've been working on this week. You know how I used to say I don't like doing a lot of things over and over and over again because it's boring? Well, I found some cup cozies, if you know what I mean. These are these things. And I'm going to, I ordered a bunch of some different buttons, and there's Betsy. And appliques, I'm going to hot glue them on to make them cuter, but I have to wait for them. But this is one of my favorite ones because I really like the color. And the template I got off of Etsy. So, and I'm learning a lot of different stitches and different names for stitches that has been kind of fun, because I usually pretty much stick to the basic stitches because that's what they always call for the plushies. Betsy, she's playing with my ribbon. So I will show you the colors that I have, and then I will, when the appliques and stuff come in, then I will hot glue them on and show you again. So I got this one. It's purple with the little yellow. So that one. And then I did a different yellow. It's kind of have a shine to them. And it's the same pattern. And then I tried a different, most of these I did it in worsted weight yarn, which is 4 weight. And this one I did in a 5 weight. And I really like this, but it's thicker. And let's see. And then here's another one. Now this is a different stitch, different pattern. And same thing here. They really stretch pretty good. So these are for the cups like this. And let's see, and then here's another one. I think this is my favorite stitch and favorite style, so I might kind of stick to that one. Here's another one, the green, and another green. Now this is a different one. This is the stitch that you use when you're making pumpkins, so that was pretty easy. I never thought of doing that one. Then I have this blue one. And then I have some yarn that's coming that's variegated, so that's going to be, quit. Betsy eats my yarn if I'm not watching her. I mean, she's a billy goat. And then I'm doing this one. Well, I started, this is one of my first ones. And this stitch is really hard, and it takes a lot of yarn. It's like 5 loops on your hook for just the one side of your stitch. And so you have to make sure you stay in line. And so this is a little hard. And I don't know how to finish the top because I don't like the top the way it is. It's just left kind of like that. I'm probably going to go back and do it like a single crochet and do that. But then I am going to make some, these are cup cozies, and these are nice, not just because for hot, but I like them because it soaks up the condensation. Out here in Florida, everything you get condensation off of. In Arizona, you didn't have to worry about that. So this is nice because if I have a drink or something in my purse, stuff in my purse gets wet. So if I put this on, it at least eliminates a lot of it. But then, and then the other one I'm getting is a mug cozy, and that has handles on the side that you just wrap around your coffee mug and put the loop over the handles. And I've done 2 of those, and they're in the other room. I forgot to bring them, so maybe I'll show you those. So those are a lot shorter because your mug is not as tall as these things here. but I tend to like my coffee in a mug instead of paper. So I kind of like that. But here's some of the appliques that I found. But these are expensive. And that brings up the price on these cozies. And I'm trying to keep the price down. Then here's a button, another button that I want to use on the cozy. I think that would really be cute to add. You need something on those because it's kind of boring without it. Kind of like how I did my rings for your tea towels. And I'm going to make some more of those. I think this and one of these cozies would make a nice set, a nice gift. If you wanted to add a tea towel to go with it, that would be really a nice gift. And my Sunday school class, which we aren't supposed to call it Sunday school anymore, it's called Connections, or depends on what church you go to, or could be called Life something. Anyway, so it's, and we always do a Christmas party, and they always want to do gifts for everybody. You can't just do one and do a drawing or anything. No, they're very giving. So I'm thinking, there's 20 of us. So I'm thinking I'm going to make 20 of these, different ones, and make them out and give them as gifts. And then this template, it's just black and white. So I took my glitter pins and colored them. And I'm going to do that with each cozy to match it. But you have to cut these out. And my daughter was over the other day, and my son-in-law was putting a new lock on my door. And so while she was sitting there, I gave her a stack of these, so she cut them for me. I really appreciate that. Then I'm going to, on the back of the cozy, I'm going to put my label that says, you know, handmade by Debbie, choosing joy, in my email. So if people want to order them, they can. This is from card making, and my buttons are from sewing. So you can just, I use everything I have instead of keep buying stuff. I need to use my stuff up, but some of my buttons are too little or they're too big. They're never, it figures, you know, it's never the right size. So that is what I'm working on. Plus I'm doing another one, but I'm going to show that to you after I get it done. It's really going to be cute. But I think I was telling you about, I was making a vest, and I have the back done with the neck and everything. And that was pretty good. I liked doing that. That was fun. But then I have to do the front panels. Well, I've done sweaters. I've crocheted sweaters and stuff. But can I figure this out? No. So this is what it's supposed to look like. And it's this part where it goes into a V and then goes down straight. The instructions are really weird, and I can't figure it out because they just, the way they did the pattern, the way they tell you what stitches to do, are really confusing. And they do give you this. And that helps. That was for the back. So that, no, see, this is for like the front, how you're supposed to angle it. But I can't tell when you're supposed to start it. It doesn't make any sense. And the bottom row, I don't know. So it's going to be called a whip. Was it work in progress? Until I find someone that maybe can help me explain this. Is very frustrating because I really kind of wanted to get it done, be fun to wear. But this is as far as I got. At the start of the armhole there, but I think it goes like this. Oops, no, but I can't. I don't know. I get very frustrated easy, so never mind. I'm not going to do that. And have you heard of the Canaan, C-A-A-N-A lilies. They are so pretty. I've seen them on Facebook and stuff, and I'm not much of a flower person, not much of a garden person or yard. I don't like that. Being from Arizona, you just didn't do yard work. It was too hot. And then when I lived in Colorado, the times I planted flowers, the elk ate them. So I just gave up. So here, everybody plants stuff. And I like flowers and stuff, but I don't want to have to buy flowers every year to replant them. That gets expensive. So I discovered the C-A-A-N-A, I think, Canaan lilies. And they come in different colors, and they have the most beautiful leaves and flowers. And so I looked them up, and holy cow, they're expensive. But there happened to be a girl in this town that she has a bunch of them, and she separated them, and she's selling them. So I went and got, they're going to be two red, big flowers are on them, and the leaves are really pretty. They're red. And then she gave me one that was really big, really tall, that has purple leaves, and another one that's going to be orange. So I'm really excited about that because they get really big. And I want to put them in my backyard because when I look out, all I see is my fence. There's just, you know, my yard is nothing to brag about. So I thought maybe I can put some color back there. So when I'm in here, I can look at it and be pretty. But that's a joke because trying to dig a hole, forget it. I can't do it. It's like you're hitting bricks or tree roots or something. So I'm going to have my son-in-law, which he's pretty strong. He can probably dig a hole in about 2 seconds, and I'm struggling. So I thought, nope, I'm not going to struggle. I'll just have him help me plant that. And then I had the guy that poured my patio lay some bricks down for a path. Well, he needed to use my hose, so he used it, but he didn't take it off and put it back in the backyard so I can water my plants. And now I can't get the thing off. And I don't have one of those vice grips that are big enough. I just have a little one. So now I have to wait for my son-in-law to come over and see if he can untwist it so I can put it back here. So it's just not been a time to plant plants or water anything. That's why I don't like to do yard work, because nothing ever goes smoothly. My daughter has a green thumb. I usually end up killing, I even had cactus I killed because I overwatered them instead of not watering them enough. So that's the scoop for me for this week. How's it going with you? What are you doing? Why don't you give me a comment, and what projects are you working on, and anything new that you have seen that you think you might want to work on. There's a new book out, Jade, weighted, her name is Jade, weighted plushies, like, I can't say the word, starts with A. Anyway, they're really cute, but everybody's talking about those, and you get a whole bunch of little patterns. But the beads that they want you to put in to weight them, whatever, they're expensive. I can't believe how expensive they are. So the one that what I'm working on is going to be a doorstop, because Betsy is always shutting herself in a room. She closes the door. And so I thought, well, I'm going to make a doorstop so she quits shutting herself in the rooms. And so it has to be weighted. Well, I'm not paying. This one lady, she bought 10 pounds of the pellets. It was like $75. No, I'm not paying $75 for those. So what I did is, same technique, you put them in a sock, you know, whatever. I got some rocks that you put in a planter, the pretty white rocks or whatever, and you can get them at the dollar store. They're cheap. And I thought, they're not going to be for kids, and it'll weight it, it'll keep the door from moving. And so I'm going to use that. I'm not going to use rice. Rice is not a good thing in Florida because it can become moldy. So I'm just going to keep buying my rocks in the Dollar Tree. $1.25. It's cheaper than Walmart. At first, Walmart was cheaper. Now they've passed Dollar Tree, and so I have to stick with Dollar Tree. They're so-called $1.25 instead of $1. Not anymore. Have you been to Dollar Tree lately? It's like more $1.25, $1.75, $3, $5. So it's, no, you can't. There's no real bargains here. And let's see. I think that's about it. I've complained enough. Showed you what I've been working on. So let me know what you're working on. If you have you done any of Jade's designs, any of her plushies or whatever. They're really cute and they're really easy, and her instructions are great. Her book that's coming out you can't get but right now, but it's all you have to download it. I would rather have the PDF file paper in my hand in case, you know, something happens to your computer and you lose everything. I don't want to have to lose all my designs. So whatever I buy from Etsy, it's always a digital download, but I always print it just in case something happens to my computer. I will still have the patterns and not lose all that money. So I'm waiting for her to do her book that's supposed to come out, I think sometime in August or something. So I think I'll just wait and get that there. But they're really cute because a lot of the girls are making them already on YouTube. Very cute, and they're all weighted, so they're not like for babies or anything, but they're squishy because of the beads and stuff. But I'm not paying that kind of money for those beads. That's just crazy. I don't make enough money to sell them for. I mean, to sell them, you have to increase your price so much. Well, I don't want to do that. So I guess that's the grandma in me, I guess. So I'm going to let you go. I think I bored you enough, and I will talk to you next week, and keep looking up, and just have a great weekend. Take time to think of people that you have lost and celebrate their life, and think of our military, pray for them, keep them safe. And so I will talk to you next week, and hopefully I'll have my project done so you can see. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.